What's up, Bounders? I'm Fig and this is Digital Boundaries. This video right here is dedicated to the video game industry. Really, I love the video game industry. I'm in my mid-30s and I've grown up with gaming since I was about 5 years old when I had the original ColecoVision. And if there's one thing that I've seen the game industry change is, how can I put it this way, their willingness to be inventive, the willingness to make games for the goodwill of the public. I mean, it's always a business and it's always about making money. But I think, especially in this gen, it started late 360 PS3 and now it's very evident in this gen that the major publishers are only looking for home runs. They're only looking for the major titles that's going to grab the biggest audience, which is understandable. But in any industry, be it literary, movies, music, you gotta have something that the people who love that industry need to gravitate to, something that's going to make them happy, something that's going to build up a lot of steam. And guess what? Some of those games end up selling just as well and making you guys as much of a profit as those big titles like Battlefield and Call of Duty. Yes, they're needed. I mean, I have no qualms against Call of Duty and Battlefield. I actually like those games for the most part, but I know that that can't be everything. Everything can't be this major AAA big budget title. It's millions of dollars to make those games. But in the pursuit of trying to get always that major home run, you're missing the little things. You're missing the stuff that people wanted. And how do I know this? Well, recently there's been something special going on, and it's called Yooka-Laylee and BloodStained. If you don't know, Yooka-Laylee is made up of many of the people of the original team at Rare. You know Rare, the guys who made GoldenEye, the guys who made freaking Banjo-Kazooie and the Donkey Kong 3D and all those games around the N64 era that many of us love. Even people who don't own a 64 during that time love those games. It's made up by many of those key members. They made their own company because pretty much Rare as we know it right now is not the Rare that we knew back then. So they got together, called themselves Playtonic Games, and they made a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie called Yooka-Laylee. And it's going crazy. I'm looking at the Kickstarter right now where people have to donate to fund the project of the game. It's $2.3 million in a matter of a couple days so far, and it's still going up. I'm watching the numbers still go up. And BloodStained is from the creator of Symphony of the Night, Castlevania. He was the main designer and main producer of many of the Castlevania games on the Nintendo 3DS and DS, and pretty much all those Metroidvania, like people say Metroidvania type of game, he's the one that added the Vania to the Metroid. I mean, this guy pretty much is the granddaddy of modern day, well, not modern day, but the most beloved kind of, exploration type of Castlevania games that are out there. He broke away from Konami because Konami's a hot mess. And he wanted to make Castlevania games, but he was stuck doing dating sims and mobile games. That's what this guy who had all this talent was regulated to. A guy who made Symphony of the Night was making Japanese dating mobile games. That's what Konami was using him for. So he broke away, brought a good team together. Matter of fact, he got some key members of the Symphony of the Night team together, and he even brought in David Hayter, the guy who was the original voice of Solid Snake, in to be a voice actor of the main villain of his new title called BloodStained, which is basically a spiritual successor to Castlevania. If you took BloodStained away and put in Castlevania, it would be the same game. It's amazing. And this game, right now, it's only been up for a couple hours, but it's just surpassed 1 million backers so far. And it's still going. It has 31 days to go, and it's already at $1 million backing this project. That's something special going on in the industry right now. And it's because of you guys. It's because of the gamers. And the gaming industry needs to start perking their ears just a bit. Because yes, these titles may not be the Call of Duty. They may not be sponsored by Doritos and Mountain Dew. There is a place for those games. Those games are perfectly fine. But just like movies, you have to have something that the hardcore audience needs to gravitate to. Something that people know that, hey, this is why we come here. This is why we love games. I mean, they might like Call of Duty just fine, but I bet you they want to play BloodStained and Yooka-Laylee. And here's another thing, even companies that are not that big, like the guys who own Lunar Superstar Story and Grandia, have just mentioned that Grandia 2 is going to get a small HD remake and put on Steam. Grandia 2 is coming to Steam. Who would have thought that? More of these famous JRPG games are coming to Steam. But that's the thing. There's an audience there. We're hungry for this stuff. And it's not just bringing back old stuff. It's not just nostalgia. These games were good games. We want those games. We want variety in these titles. We want variety. We want the stuff that we enjoyed. Just upgraded, maybe new moves added in. Just the next evolution of what we loved before. Don't just give us cookie cutter of the same thing every time. That's good every once in a while, but give us something that we could gravitate to. Something that's going to make our imagination grow. Something that's going to really make us go back to why we love gaming to begin with. Put in the comment section below if you agree with me, disagree with me, or whatever. But I'm going to share this video with pretty much anyone I can and anyone in the video game industry I can, because I feel that what I'm saying right now, give or take, point here and there, is pretty much what the gamers of a whole been trying to say this entire time. Yes, we understand why Call of Duty's, Battlefields and stuff exist. Yes, many of us like those games. But give us what we love gaming for. Give us the games that we've been asking for. Don't wait for Inafune to leave Capcom because there's no Mega Man games to make his own version of Mega Man. Don't wait for Iragashi to leave Konami to make the Castlevania game that everyone wanted. Don't wait for the team of Rare to basically leave Microsoft and Rare to basically create Banjo-Kazooie again with different characters. Create them now. There's a demand. Try it. Be inventive. Take risk. And you'll be greatly rewarded. That's my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for being awesome.